When you were a young person, not that you're not young now, but when you were actually in this youth space that we're talking about, you were a Baha'i. So how did being a Baha'i help you or guide you or get you through this time in your life?
I am so grateful that I had the Baha'i influence as a youth. It made the biggest difference in my life. I think without the Baha'i faith, I think I would have had a very different life. I think that the period of my youth would have been wasted. I would have basically been living day to day, having fun. I don't think I would have achieved a great deal. When I enrolled for uni and I sat my exams, I scored very low on my entrance exams. By all predictions, I should have been a dropout by the end of my first year of uni. I've gone on and I've got a PhD, and I guess by some measures I'm somewhat successful in life, and all of that really is directly attributable to the Baha'i influence in my youth, because I was consumed by a passion to build a better world. That passion made me look at my studies differently. Instead of me just sitting down in classes trying to pass exams and go through, I was in that with a sense of purpose. It shaped my career, it shaped my travel, it shaped everything about who I've become. And the period of my youth was also a lot of fun. And it wasn't fun because I was out partying all the time or anything like that. It was fun because I was getting together with a lot of other like-minded youth, and we were sitting down and we were conspiring. We were conspiring about how we were going to change the world. And we were out there participating in service projects. So I remember, one summer I was up in Eskimo villages, helping the Eskimos build community centers and things like that. And the next summer I'd be on the Navajo reservations helping them, and in the islands of the Pacific and stuff. And it was not only socially constructive, it not only made me feel good, like I was making a difference, a small difference, but nonetheless, I was doing something about the problems of the world, but also it had a huge impact on shaping the rest of my life. So, and also on friendship, the friendships that we forge together are deep friendships. Friendships, I think, are formed by common experiences. And I think it's so much more powerful having that bond of friendship be around, people who are off in some village in the middle of nowhere building a community center than being at some party sitting down getting drunk all the time. I mean, there's just not a great deal of bonding that you can, meaningful bonding that you can kind of do in that context. But the type of friendships that we forged, in our youth are the type of friendships that are meaningful, lifelong. Now my friends are all over the world, and when I see them, we get together. I mean, it's great. So I'm very, very grateful to the Baha'i Faith, because I think it has had a huge impact on my life, particularly through the influence that it had in shaping my youth.
Well, we'll have to wrap it up now, Dr. D. Thanks very much for coming to be with us on Baha'i on Air.
It's always a pleasure being on Baha'i on Air, anytime.